Hi, I'm Annie Herbert. Welcome to my Loyola University internship project for my master's degree in educational technology. After listening to and watching my presentation, I hope you have an in-depth understanding of the importance instructional technology leaders can have in schools. I also hope that my foray into using technology to promote data discussions so that student achievement is increased will bolster your efforts as a teacher to do all you can do to promote student learning through the use of technology. I have been a teacher for 21 years. I currently serve as a reading specialist at Lake Elkhorn Middle School, which is part of the Howard County Public School system. I have worked as a reading specialist for 10 years and also have been a special educator, literacy coach, and adjunct instructor at Towson University. I have two loves, science and reading. I've taught at the elementary, middle, high, and college level. Middle school, however, is where I really enjoy working. The focus of my internship was to use technology to improve MAP scores through student goal setting, and then to focus on the MAP data and what it tells us about the students in our classrooms. This is the third year MAP has been administered at my school. While, as a staff, we've seen the big picture of how our students perform in terms of their literacy and math skills, and it hasn't been pretty, up until now, we've never been able to dig deeper into using the MAP data as a formative assessment, which is really what the assessment is designed to do. Hopefully, after this internship, the work I did with teachers on how to move through the NWEA website and access the best reports and learn about and use the redesigned interactive learning continuum has resulted in more focused and differentiated instruction in the classroom and increased student achievement. I introduced my internship during the first week of school when teachers returned. During one of the many meetings at the beginning of the year, the classroom-focused improvement process, more commonly referred to as CFIP, was reintroduced to the staff. It is a required tool LEMS teachers have to use this year as part of their evaluations. CFIP is a six-step process using classroom data for the purpose of increasing student achievement. While teachers knew they would be using their own classroom data for these data discussions, part of my work with them was going to be how MAP data could also be used for CFIP. I took the opportunity during this CFIP meeting to introduce my internship, showing the connection between using technology and improved data discussions. One of the veteran math teachers asked me right away to give her the MAP data on her incoming students. I was off and running. For the first 8 weeks of school, my internship was focused on data and technology and was incredibly busy. The first order of business was to help the new math instructional teacher, or MIST. Because she was new to the county and our school, she had not yet been given access to the websites where student data was collected. I got the data for her and met with her on numerous occasions to explain MAP and show her around the website. The demands of her job required that she get on top of the MAP data as soon as possible. No sooner was the MIST comfortable with the data and somewhat comfortable with the NWEA website and some of the reports, it was time to make plans for student goal setting for taking the MAP. We had decided last year that as a staff, this was an important activity we wanted to engage in terms of encouraging students to give us their best effort on both the math and reading MAP. I began the process of getting support from the administration to move forward with a school-wide goal-setting activity. As a member of the 7th grade team, I asked for input from that group of teachers about what they wanted to happen during the goal-setting activity. The administrators decided that they wanted all students to have individualized goal-setting sheets with their last year's MAP scores. These were attached inside every student's agenda book. I created a PowerPoint for student goal setting and made certain the principal and assistant principal in charge of testing reviewed it. Suggested adjustments were made. Because Math Map was given first, the math-centered goal-setting PowerPoint I created was sent to math teachers first. They knew of their role through their work with the MIST. Approximately a week later, the same but shorter and reading-focused PowerPoint was sent to the ELA teachers. They used the PowerPoint in their classrooms to set goals for the reading map. The student response was very positive. Mr. Murray, the testing administrator, heard student after student coming out of their testing rooms talking about their RIT scores. Because the students knew what the norm or average was from the goal-setting presentations, they were able to talk to each other about their scores. Comments such as, "What did you get?" and "I did better," were commonplace. Administrators were very pleased with the notable increased effort of students on the map. Of course, no initiative is finished when the activity is over. Feedback and reflection is critical. I used Google Forms to create a survey asking for feedback about the goal-setting activity, asking if the process was worthwhile and was the PowerPoint appropriate. If not, how could it be improved? Unfortunately, I did not get a lot of teacher responses on the survey, even though I sent out reminders. One particular comment, however, stuck with me. The PowerPoint was too wordy, especially for the students performing at the lower levels. While I'm not certain I agree, as part of reflection, it certainly is something to consider and get more feedback on when this goal-setting activity happens again.